Hello?
It's live.
Ooh.
All right, guys. Well, we're live again for our second primary coverage, and we made some additions. We got this flag, that microphone, so you can probably hear us a lot better. And yeah, go on the website for live polls. And right now, Florida's results are coming in. But first, I'm gonna check the stream and make sure the microphone sounds good on my phone. So Donald Trump is expected to win in Florida. He's expected to win in every state except for Ohio, but that probably won't happen. So let me just check this real quick and ask us questions,
On Twitter, GOP station on Twitter.
or just comment them on YouTube and we'll see them.
Oh, yeah, we'll see him too that way.
All right, here we go. Let's see how this sounds. And ask us questions.
On Twitter, GOP station. Yeah, that's really good.
I know, the mic's really nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here, send me the link to the live stream
All right.
so I can post it on Twitter.
So basically, Donald Trump is expected to demolish Rubio if the polls keep going like the way they are right now. Rubio is having a really hard time in Florida right now.
Little Marco.
And the polls just keep coming in. So you can just check our website. Constantly we'll have the polls. Florida is the only state reporting right now, though, so don't expect anything else but Florida.
There we go.
And the good thing about Florida is that it is like their polls have been open since like 2 weeks ago or something like that. So a lot of the results are already reporting. So,
oh boy, look what I found on Twitter. These people in Ohio are removing Trump signs from lawns.
that is
That's a crime, I think.
No, I think they said if Trump just like puts one on your lawn, then you could take, because really he's done that before. I remember someone on Snapchat, they were like, so apparently Donald Trump is walking around putting signs on our lawns. Let me take this off. And then I'm voting for Bernie Sanders. And then I was like, yeah, we had
Dude, we need to go around the neighborhood and take away all the
countries.
Bernie and Hillary signs.
We don't have any.
Oh, yeah.
No, who likes Bernie Sanders unless they're just that dumb? Let's be real here. Oh yeah, well, we're gonna try to act very professional tonight too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ask us questions. How many viewers do we? We have any right now.
Of course we
don't. We start earlier too. It's not even 7:30 yet. I'm gonna shout out to everyone and say we're live. Yeah. So when you ask us questions, it gets a lot better because we actually have a topic of discussion at that point.
Yes, ask us questions, please.
We got a lot of questions last time. I think we got like 100 questions actually. Over 100 actually.
100 questions?
No, because the YouTube said we did. It tells you how many you get.
100 questions.
Yeah, because like it adds up quickly when everyone like puts like in like 3 comments at a time. Like when even if it was only 2 people, that was still a lot of comments. And the polls are still coming. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna get a projection call soon for Florida, as it is going very good for Trump.
Yeah.
Because he keeps
that's really embarrassing for Rubio.
Yeah, basically, in my opinion, Rubio should have dropped out at this point already, because he's gonna embarrass himself in front of everyone who elected him the first time for senator, and that's bad. If you lose your home state to someone who's not even a politician,
he's gonna lose.
Yeah,
he's gonna lose, and then he's gonna drop out. But that's probably, is that good for Trump or bad for Trump? Because I think that's probably bad.
I just heard about this too, because they were saying that like Trump is right when he's telling the candidates, he's like get out now, because it's like everyone says Trump has a plurality. No, he does not. He does not have a plurality of the vote, because when they just said on the Newsmax, they said that Trump gets Democrats that don't want to vote for Hillary or Bernie, which is a lot of Democrats, and they vote for him always. And that's going to be what's like, people are saying that Hillary will beat Trump. She won't beat Trump. It won't happen, because if Democrats are voting for Trump over her, that doesn't really make what she's saying true at all. Actually, oh my God, we should definitely get a. Oh, that's to win Ohio. We should definitely get a projection call soon out of Florida, because it's going really good for Trump.
Really bad for little Marco.
Yeah, no, the end of Marco was when he decided to start attacking Trump. That he should have never done that.
Yeah.
It really ended everything. Oh yeah, by the way, for those of you that didn't know, Trump won the Mariana Islands today, and the winner take all 9 delegates that it came with. No one even knows where Mariana is.
I don't even know what that is.
They're a group of islands off the coast of Japan. There were some very big battles fought there in World War II.
Cool.
Yeah, territory, United States. They don't even get to vote in the general election, but they get to vote in the primary.
Yeah.
That's just dumb.
Wait, we can't see the comments.
Oh yeah, I'll have to put it on my phone.
All right.
Yeah, so there's little Marco back at it with the speeches again. Let's just go with this fiction that
Barack Obama doesn't know what he's doing.
That was
he
the
knows exactly what he's
worst
doing.
moment in debate history.
There it is.
Yeah, and then Chris Christie went on to obviously endorse Donald Trump, which was a big endorsement. Ben Carson should be the vice president if Trump wins.
Actually, yeah, he probably should.
Because then people who say like Trump's racist, Trump can just say, "My vice president's black." It's true.
Yeah.
And he got the big endorsement. That's the biggest endorsement right there. Because Ben Carson's a more popular figure.
I have something to talk about.
All right.
I got something to talk about that actually came up in school. People say Donald Trump is racist because he supports the KKK. Does he support the KKK?
He does not support the KKK. He said he would let the KKK use their freedom of speech and protest to do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's exactly what I say. I say
you can't. Okay, that's not supporting the KKK. That's following the law. I don't think the KKK shouldn't be allowed to, like. I don't think that the KKK should not be allowed to protest any of that stuff. Even though I don't agree with what they're saying, that violates the Constitution to not let them do that.
Yeah, I mean, in the Constitution, you can say whatever you want.
Really. I don't really care.
It doesn't matter how many people it offends or what kind of views you have. You're allowed to have whatever kind of views you want. That doesn't mean he supports the KKK. It's just really, if you think about it, that question that about what's that guy's name? David something, the KKK guy. What's his name?
I don't know.
All right. Oh boy, you know that guy. You know they asked him the question about if he supports. What's his name? The KKK leader. Apparently Trump gave him money or something like that. Or no, you know.
I don't know that much about it. The only thing I'm going to say is that the KKK should be allowed to do whatever they want. Though I don't agree with it, they should be allowed to do whatever they want because that's freedom of speech. As long as it's not murdering people, obviously, like that.
Yeah, that question was sort of a double-ended sword because no matter how he answered it,
you have to follow the Constitution. You can't just say, "Oh no, the KKK is bad, so I'm not going to let them exist." That's not fair.
Yeah. So either way, if he answered it saying, "I condemn the KKK and they shouldn't be allowed in America," well then he's unconstitutional. But then if he says, you know, the KKK can say whatever they want as long as they're not hurting people, well then he's racist. So you know it goes either way, and that's really unfortunate because it's just
let me put it this way.
Unfair question.
You can be a Nazi in America.
Yeah, you
can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want.
Like, but just by someone saying that, I'm not going to take your constitutional right away by saying, "Oh no, you can't be a Nazi." That he's not going to say that. Like that violates the Constitution. He would have got beat up for that no matter what. People are just looking for ways to beat him up, and it's really just hurting them because Trump does better when people try to beat him up.
Yeah, he actually does.
Yeah, because like you got little
when he's under
Marco,
pressure, he's so
little
good
Marco
at,
Rubio, the lightweight, who attacked his hands. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. At least Trump, when he attacks him, what he says is like true. I mean, Trump probably has bigger hands than Rubio. We all know what that means.
Yeah, I mean that's just like that was a stupid thing to say. It had nothing to do with politics at all.
But like, I can't say that because Trump says a lot of that kind of stuff too.
Yeah,
but like. If you're gonna attack someone, do it right. like don't say something dumb and then it backfires on you in the end anyway.
I never attacked you in your looks, and believe me, there's plenty of subject
matter
right there.
Trump said that to Rand Paul. I mean, Rand Paul's not the best looking guy.
Dude, where's our number one fan?
I don't know. We had like a lot of fans come in last time. They actually showed up like midway through though. When they all started coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marco Rubio, if you lose Florida, which may happen right now,
okay, here's
you have to drop out.
Here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna lose Florida. Do it. He's gonna lose Florida. He's gonna drop out.
Look,
then
look at these counties.
All Rubio's votes go. All Rubio's votes go to Cruz at that point.
I don't agree with that because.
Well, I think the people voting for Rubio are the people who are Republicans, Rubio and Cruz, both of them are people who are Republicans, but don't like Trump because there are a lot of them.
Now they're saying
So now
no.
all of Rubio's votes are going to go towards Ted Cruz, which is not good because it's going to
They don't make
a little
sense. Rubio and Cruz, nothing they say really makes much sense because first Cruz said he's anti-establishment, which he really isn't, and then Rubio said he's anti-establishment, which he really isn't, and now he's saying, "Oh, I'm the establishment alternative to Trump." Well, you just said you weren't.
Yeah, and then what happened with Cruz saying he wants to build a wall? Whose idea was that?
Oh my God!
Who came up with that idea? I think Donald Trump came up with that idea.
That is plagiarism. We learned about that today.
Cruz realized that people actually like Trump's ideas, so he's starting to copy them all now.
Yeah, because I mean, I've always been in favor of building a wall before Trump said it. I mean, everyone. I feel like I've heard so many people say, "I'm building a wall."
I think we need to build a wall.
I think we need to build a wall too. Okay, let me put it this way: illegals who say that we shouldn't build a wall, they can't justify that they're right by being in the country. They can't.
Yeah, they're illegally here.
We had to read this thing in Spanish the other day. It said that illegals benefit the economy.
How?
I was like, how?
Yeah, I don't know.
They don't. They said they take jobs that regular Americans don't want. Okay, that's not even close to being true.
Well,
and if an American needs a job,
then they'll collect the unemployment from the government, which is
no. If they need a job and they are passionate about getting a job, no matter what it is, they'll take the job that the illegal works.
Okay, now here's another problem. Here's what we need to fix when we kick all the illegals out. We need to make it so there's less unemployment checks getting sent out from the government. All the money we give to people who are unemployed. See, now
they have to learn the values of working.
I know. Let's put it this way. Okay. Let's say you're unemployed and your choices are collect unemployment checks from the government and you'll get, I don't know, let's say $750 a month, or work 30 hours a week for minimum wage at a part-time job, and then you'll end up making probably like the same anyway. Yeah. What are you going to choose? You're obviously going to choose the unemployment because you don't have to do any work.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
No, I think we need to cut back on unemployment spending because they get a lot of money.
They get a lot of money. Like they get as much money as people working part-time jobs, and people who are, if you are working, you shouldn't make as much, or no.
They don't deserve.
If you
the
don't
money.
work, you shouldn't make as much.
The only people who need unemployment checks are people with disabilities, which they get disabilities.
Real disabilities, not like
fake disabilities.
Yeah, not like
my
shoulder hurts.
If you're capable of working, I think if you're graduated out of high school and you're old enough to work, you have to get a job.
Yeah, you have to get a job, or you
can't rely on the government. That's unethical. First of all. How could you like just say that like I'm gonna take money from other people because I don't want to work? That's so unethical. I wouldn't be able to do it, honestly. Like if I was unemployed, I wouldn't be able to do it. What do we get? Twitter?
Guess who liked it?
Who?
Here.
These Bernie people. We have to get a Snapchat in right now, so I'm gonna put the polls up on the website.
All right.
We are live.
Yes,
we got our new flag. Trump's murdering Rubio and Florida. And yeah, we got our new mic. We got everything. We got the iPad.
Republicstation.com.
That got in at the last second.
Did it really?
Yeah, now I can put the polls on there too. Update. Oh, come on. I had Florida on there not that long ago. Oh, they'll change soon anyway. Yeah, but unemployment spending has we can't spend that much money on unemployed people. There's no reason to.
That's the way to cut taxes right there.
That is.
Mm-hmm. Bernie Sanders wants to raise taxes. It's pretty funny. If you ask a Bernie supporter about that, if you ask a Bernie supporter did you know Bernie Sanders is supposed to raise taxes? They're gonna be like, what? They're so defensive. It's ridiculous.
No, this is what
they don't even understand who they're supporting. They don't even know what their policies are, but they support them.
How can you justify that anything Bernie Sanders says is true? Obama raised taxes on the 1% up to 50% tax, thinking that it would make the middle class better. It shrunk the middle class. More people went from middle class to lower class because of that. It doesn't work. Socialism doesn't work. When you're not getting paid enough money, socialism isn't the solution to your problem because it's not. It really isn't even close. Look at all these countries: Greece, Germany. They're all socialist countries that have struggling governments. And you can't say that obviously needs to happen to America. The only country who can do it somewhat right is Denmark, but their population is way smaller. We have to do it for 325 million people, and that's we have to distribute the wealth out to 325 million people, or however much people are in America, something outrageous like that. Denmark only has to do it to a couple million people.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
they don't. Their population, their lives aren't as advanced as our lives. Like Germany, I like Germany a little bit better because they're a producer. They manufacture things for America, but countries like Denmark and stuff, we don't really benefit from them anyway. It just socialism shouldn't be in America. It's not. It doesn't belong. It just doesn't belong. So if you're a Bernie Sanders supporter and you're watching this video, I need you to think about this.
We got game on.
How does raising tax by the rich to 100%, 100%, even if, okay, Bernie Sanders says 90, but I'm going to say 100. If you raise taxes to 100% for the 1%, you still can't pay for colleges. That doesn't even come close to paying for colleges. It doesn't come close to paying for free Medicare for everyone. I don't think they realize that they're going to have to tax the middle class 90% too.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get by just taxing the 1% of America that much. It won't work. But they're so ignorant they think it will work. Then when they get the facts that like Obama raised it to 50% and the middle class shrunk and the lower class got bigger, they ignore that fact and they say it's not true. No, it's true. It happened. We're not making this up.
Yeah, I just think we need to also think about how wrong socialism is. Like, people don't even think about that. How wrong is it that we're going to give money that people worked for to
away.
People who don't work at all, or don't even care that much?
They don't work because they know they're going to get the handout no matter what, basically.
Yeah, exactly. See, like, let's put it this way, okay? I don't want to sound mean here, but if you are like really, really low class, you can make it higher. You can make it to the middle class.
You don't have to sit around mad about it.
Yeah, we have so many opportunities in America. You can get a job. You can start a business. It's
not that hard to get a job.
It's really not.
You don't have to have a college degree to get a job. You don't have to have like a high school diploma to get a minimum wage job.
Yeah, and if you drop out of high school,
you could still get a minimum wage job, like a diner or something. I don't know, like as a busboy.
I don't have a high school diploma. I have a job.
A minimum wage job too.
Yeah, but it's a job.
Yeah, but I mean, like I'm saying, like that's just how easy it is to get minimum wage in America.
Yeah,
you could go in. If you're a homeless person, it'll be a little harder because you don't have anything to offer. But if you're passionate about it, you can go in and get the job, and you'll probably get hired. If they need you, they'll hire you, no matter what your credentials are, unless you're like a criminal. You'll get the job.
As long as you're not an idiot and like tattooed your face.
Yeah, like they have to. We have to take into consideration here that it's not that hard to get a job in America.
It's really, I mean, it's not. I'm not gonna say it's super easy to get a job, but it's really definitely.
The sound is perfect.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, we got a new mic.
Yeah, we got right here.
Yeah, we probably just made a bunch of weird noises.
I mean, there's a new mic.
Yeah, it was
nice.
It was. I was gonna get the more expensive one, but then apparently this one just looked nicer, I think. So I bought this
professional.
One. Yeah, it looks like the ones that they actually have on like a news table. So yeah.
Yeah.
So back to the primaries. Marco Rubio's having a very hard time. He's down by 300,000 votes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of votes. Every single county, almost every single county.
He's down by 300,000.
Yeah, almost every single county in Florida has got Trump's vote. And Rubio, I think Rubio's biggest problem is that when he started attacking Trump, the people Rubio's core supporters that were supposed to be voting for him said Rubio's supposed to be the politician out of all these guys. And he just did the most like unpolitically correct thing: attack someone, say they have a small penis.
Yeah, that's really not. Yeah, he's supposed to be politically correct and everything. He's supposed to be like Donald Trump, but like not politically correct. Or I mean, politically correct. Donald Trump, he takes a lot of risks when it comes to politics.
I'd say. But he's not a politician. He never was one.
Exactly. But I think it's pretty funny
because the people who voted Rubio in Florida as their Florida senator, they voted in a guy to be politically correct, and now they won't even vote for him in the primary.
Yeah,
they won't vote for him. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, Trump has like a 21% lead right now.
He's going to win Florida. Let's just project that.
We can't project it yet. We need more data first. We're at 63%. I didn't update the website yet. We got 63% in of the polls, and he's got like 20-something% lead. So, I mean, he should win unless something crazy happens. I think if something was going to happen, it would have happened by now. because he's been up from the start. Because polling in Florida opened up in when did that open up? I think it opened up 2 weeks ago, and so these polls are from 2 weeks ago too. And he's winning there. Oh, Trump's got a massive lead in Ohio as of at the moment.
Whoa, he's winning Ohio.
Trump is beating the favorite in
Wait,
Ohio.
what is it, like 1% or something?
Yeah, but I don't know. Ohio's like not as big as Florida though, so the little percents are gonna make the difference.
No, now it's just K6 up.
Oh yeah, now it's only up by 3% though. I don't know. All I can say is that this one in Ohio is gonna be close. I don't think Trump is gonna win Ohio, but if Kasich wins Ohio, it's so irrelevant if he wins it because he's so far behind in the polls. If he wins the state, it's not gonna help it's not even gonna help him out because he's down by so much. This is just Kasich saying, like, proving to everyone, like, okay, just vote for me, and I promise, like, we'll at least win our state. That's basically.
I don't mind Kasich, actually.
I don't mind him either.
I don't really.
He's very liberal, though.
Yeah.
He's the most liberal one up there, which isn't gonna go down.
I believe he said that illegals are like essential to the American dream or something like that. Like,
I don't know.
I don't think crossing the border is a good a good way. I forget what the direct quote is. He said something like that. He said like
he's very liberal though. Like his wealth distribution is very liberal. I'm in favor of some wealth distribution so that everyone gets some money, but right now it's totally messed up. No, like they shouldn't be getting this much money, the people who don't work. Like we've already talked about this, but I
think they should also just investigate the disabled people. Yeah. Because a lot of people, they collect disability checks.
I could collect disability if I was like 18. I could collect it if I said I fell off like a bike or something.
No, you could just say you're mentally ill. Like you could go to the doctor and then.
What's that? Oh, North Carolina. Trump's got a big lead in North Carolina.
I didn't know there was North Carolina tonight.
Yeah, I think he'll win North Carolina because he already won South Carolina, so he'll probably win the neighbor state. I'm gonna get those polls up here too.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to the doctor and they say you have like ADD, which is very easy to get prescribed anything for ADD.
Yeah, ADD. A lot of people have it. Probably don't even know it.
Yeah, no, it's not just that. Like,
ADD is not even. That's not even like a disability. Like,
it's really not even like.
like
yeah, but okay, that was a bad example. Let's say
that's just like.
I don't know. You could if you could convince
I'm talking
the government that you are
you have like Down syndrome or something like that. Like that's serious right there. That's a real disability.
Yeah, but if you can convince the government you're like mentally disabled.
Oh yeah,
and then they'll just send you checks. All you have to do is get a doctor to say you're like mentally disabled and you can't work, and then you'll get disability checks and unemployment checks. And then you're making a living, basically.
Disability affects the way that you're able to get a job.
Yeah, easily. Like you can say, I don't know, like even with like ADHD or ADD, I guess
Trump's lead is really big right now, and North Carolina, that's a 72 delegate state, but it's a hybrid distribution, I think. No, it's proportional. It's proportional. All right, let's check Ohio. They're neck and neck though in Ohio.
Not really.
Yeah, they are. Look,
we have 1% in.
I know, but they're separated by 3%. There's not that many votes are gonna come out of Ohio anyway. Whatever that was. I know, but that's not. They have on the thing that we're watching. They have Trump winning. All right. When are they gonna call Florida? I mean, they have to call it soon.
Send us questions.
Oh yeah, I didn't even check the question box if anyone even sent us anything. We gotta get some questions in. When you guys ask questions, it's a lot more fun because we actually have other topics to talk about instead of what we plan on talking about. What's that?
This is a good one.
All right. Let's see. Say.
Oh, no. Hold on.
All right, so we have
a Bernie supporter that. He's in between Bernie and Trump, which I don't know how you could be because they're so far apart.
And if you're a Bernie person, that's your first problem. You really need to reevaluate how your brain works. But,
yeah, I think you might need to get a checkup on that. You might be able to collect disability for the mental disability.
I'm a Bernie Sanders supporter.
Yeah, they can have a new illness for that.
Yeah, Bernie syndrome.
Free stuff syndrome. Free lever syndrome.
This free Medicare. How do you know it's gonna be free? Because Bernie Sanders said it would.
There's this video on YouTube. I just gotta give them a shout out. I don't even know what it's called, but it's about these guys went to a Bernie Sanders rally, and they said, they interviewed the Bernie supporters, really stupid, but he was like, Bernie Sanders says he's a democratic socialist. What does that mean? And then none of them know what that means. It's not even a real thing.
No,
democratic socialism is not real. It's not even a thing.
It's not a thing. This is like what they said. Here, swipe. Wait, I'll do it because you have to put in the passcode. So, democratic socialism isn't a thing. Okay, I'm going to be totally honest. Like, I don't care what you say. It's really not. You don't have to go that far to know this. Hold on, I have to reply to this.
Wait, what is it? Just say comment on this post. Okay. Any other questions? Send it to us.
All right. Yeah. So I'm
GOP Station on Twitter, or
I'm just
comment
gonna
in the
come out
YouTube
and
box.
say it, and I don't care what you guys say. Bernie Sanders is a communist.
No, he is. He's part of the American Communist Party.
I don't care how you want to back it up saying that he's not a communist. The man's a communist. You don't have to go far to find that out either. He had his honeymoon in the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Not Russia. I don't say the Soviet Union as a Russia joke. He had it in the Soviet Union. I'm going back, like, he had this thing like 1980 something in the Soviet Union. Russia didn't exist in the 80s. That's bad. But you guys say this man's not a communist. He only speaks about socialism, which is almost the same thing as communism.
I mean, it's very close.
He's a legal member of the American Communist Party. How is this man not a communist? And how are you guys voting for him?
Really, the only difference between socialism and communism is that
The slightest
socialism
difference.
is supposed to be,
not ruled by
communism's
not ruled by a dictator, basically.
yeah. Communism's like totalitarian in a way where you can't own anything. You don't own anything. But socialism is kind of like
it's kind of more lenient with owning something.
Yeah.
But the basic economic system is the same.
Socialism, it just collapses all the classes, so there's less lower class, less.
It doesn't.
Class,
it's proven not. By the way,
class,
it's proven not to work.
Yeah, it does not work, but people think it does work. I mean, and then Vladimir Lenin said the ultimate goal of socialism is communism. So even if you say you're a socialist, you're basically saying you're a communist.
That's coming from the first ever communist leader too.
Yeah,
saying that Karl Marx wrote his communist, or it's not even a communist, it's a socialist manifesto. He's the man who created communism and social. Well, no, he's the man that created socialism, but his book wasn't intended for communism. It was intended for socialism. And then as it evolved, it developed into a thing called communism. So your ultimate goal of socialism is to get to a communism. And that's another true fact, but you Bernie people are still going to vote for him probably, which is really pathetic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know who votes for this man. And just saying, I've said this before, your college tuition's never going to be free.
It's not.
And you're never going to have free Medicare either.
I mean, people say, okay, first of all, are we really the only country that doesn't have free college? That's what people keep telling me. They're like, we're like the only country that doesn't have free college. Why don't we have free college?
Okay, if they're comparing it to Europe is mostly a socialist one, even though not every country identifies themselves as socialist. They're generally the continent's generally socialist.
Oh boy.
And it doesn't really work out there, so why would it work here? And
here we go. Do you think Bernie Sanders worships Karl Marx?
Yeah. Here's why.
Can you compare Sanders to another world leader?
Oh yeah, I can compare him to a lot of world leaders, but let's start with the first question. Yeah, he worships Karl Marx. Obama worships Karl Marx. Obama was raised as a communist. His dad was a communist in Africa. He grew up under Marxist ideals. His dad was a legitimate Marxist. And Bernie Sanders is the exact same thing. Bernie Sanders is obviously he's a Marxist. He supports socialism, which was created by Karl Marx. He's a Marxist. Like that's a simple answer. I compare him to another world leader.
Past world leader. Or
past world leader. Well, I can compare him to every leader of the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Mainly, if
this grotesque inequality. Yeah, that's exactly.
A Soviet leader that I could compare him to. I'd have to compare him to Lenin. Mm-hmm. I would say I don't know. I can't compare him to Gorbachev. Gorbachev was a capitalist. If you don't know who he is, he was the last dictator of the Soviet Union. Nikita Khrushchev, I can't. Stalin, I can't because he's not as evil as Stalin.
Yeah, Stalin, he's a pretty messed up guy.
Maybe Brezhnev, but generally Lenin is the way he likes to get people going. And I'm not saying that Donald Trump is a Nazi, but Donald Trump uses the same tactics that Hitler used, but like that Hitler uses to get people to rally around him. Like there's a big thing, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't like Hitler at all, but he's a
genius.
He's a great speaker.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be like
you don't have to be
evil to be a good speaker.
Yeah, I mean you don't have to, just say that. It's true. I mean, Hitler had an effect on people where he could just convince people whatever he wanted.
It's an art. It's an art.
It is an art.
It's an art.
And I understand how people compare Trump to Hitler. I understand
if you can say that he supports Nazi ideals, okay, that is totally
that's false. He doesn't support Nazi ideals.
He has like a speaking. See, if he speaks like the way he gets people behind his cause, like the way Hitler did, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then oh boy, we got another one. Are you endorsing the Holocaust?
Am I endorsing the Holocaust? No, I just said that actually, that I was not endorsing anything that I just said that too. I said I don't approve of anything Hitler ever did, but him and Trump use the same tactics to get people behind their cause, which isn't a bad thing. The causes don't have to be the same thing. So
I like these questions tonight. They're very
well, when you start talking about Hitler and stuff, you're gonna get some controversial questions.
So are you endorsing the Holocaust?
That's like saying Donald Trump is an avid supporter of Hitler.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people say Donald Trump he's like Hitler because he uses like the scapegoat, which he blames all the Mexicans for everything, which is not true.
It's not even
Here's
true.
the thing, right? Donald Trump doesn't hate Mexicans. He just hates illegal Mexicans, which
he never said. Okay, how can you say a man who's employed thousands and thousands of Mexicans over his years of running Trump International? How could you say that he doesn't like Mexicans? Stop it. How could you say that he doesn't like Mexicans?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't hate Mexicans. He just hates illegal Mexicans. It's the difference. It really is. Mexicans that immigrate to America
legal Mexicans
is okay.
Legal Mexicans hate illegal Mexicans.
Yeah, because it gives them a bad name.
It gives them a bad name and it takes their jobs away. Like they did it the right way, and then some other people come over here and screw it up for everyone else.
Yeah, we have laws for a reason, and people who try to justify breaking the law, it's not right. You can't say that crossing the border into America is
you can't justify
a good thing.
You can't justify your point either. I don't care if you're Mexican or not. If you're an illegal and you say that you're right in this situation, you can't justify. You don't have a valid way to justify it. Is what I'm trying to say. There just is no way to do it because you're wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just say you really can't. I mean, illegally stepping into. I'm trying to compare it to something. Illegally stepping into America is like you don't know who's stepping over. Like
they don't have records. No one knows they're here. They don't know they're here.
They could be criminals. I mean, I'm not saying all illegals are criminals.
When they come in, we don't know who they are. We don't know their names. We don't know what their past is. And that's what leads people to believe that when Trump says Mexico isn't sending their best, they're sending their worst.
They're not really sending anybody.
If they're sending,
it's just what do you mean by that?
No, if they're sending their best, they're sending over the ethical people who would come into America the right way, get a visa, do it legally, and just do it like that. Obviously, that's not the case with what Trump's saying, at least.
I like these questions tonight. Thank you, Gabe. Here we go. Could you compare the illegal Mexicans tarnishing of their own race?
Yes.
Similar to Jersey Shore giving New Jersey people a bad name. He's talking about Snooki.
I don't know enough about the Jersey Shore.
He's talking about Snooki and the situation and all that. Jersey Shore being the TV show. Okay, no. Okay, no. It's a little different than that.
Illegal immigrants do give their entire race a bad name, especially to Americans. That we that's why people are saying that like we just label them like that. Well, yeah, because they gave the labels to themselves.
Yeah,
they didn't have to do that.
And I'm gonna say that it's not exact. Well, it could be similar, but I'm gonna say it's not exactly similar because I don't think people watch the Jersey Shore and then think everybody from New Jersey acts like the people from the Jersey Shore.
Breaking news: we can now project that Donald Trump is the winner of Florida and the 99 delegates that go with it. I repeat, Donald Trump has won Florida. destroyed Marco Rubio by a lot and did as expected, won Florida by 20+%, got 99 delegates. That sits him at 200 delegate lead over Ted Cruz, his closest competitor, and he's likely going to win other primaries tonight.
Yeah, he'll probably win the nomination at this point. I think this is a very important win for him, and Rubio's definitely out. My concern,
I think we're going to see
what
Rubio
happens if
drop
all
out.
of Rubio's delegates disappear?
Yeah, they don't mean anything.
Okay.
Let's add our expected winner to projected winner and get the star next to Donald Trump's name on our website.
RepublicanStation.com.
Yeah, we have live polls on the website. So because we don't have live polls on our screen, but if you want to see live polls, go to our website. They're 100% accurate polls on our website on the live elections results section. So just check it out there. Get live polls and all the good stuff. And every time, we show how many delegates were awarded, who won each state. Obviously, the vote count, the percent, and the delegates. And Trump has a yellow star next to his name, and I think that means he won. So let me check YouTube comments. I haven't checked those in a while. I don't think anyone's commenting on YouTube because they're all commenting on Twitter.
Yeah, we had some comments on Twitter.
Comment on YouTube too, because those are easier to answer actually.
Yeah,
because we see those right away. All right, same there. Ohio. Yeah, I do think Kasich will win Ohio. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he was expected.
It's 66 delegates that'll go all to Kasich, but that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he's gonna lose. I mean, basically, it's like throwing those delegates out. He has no chance anyway.
The only way he has a chance is if the if the convention is brokered. If it's a brokered convention where they won't pick Cruz, Rubio, or Trump, which will happen because it'll cause too much controversy if they pick one of those candidates, then that's the only way Kasich has a chance. And these delegates don't help him. They just put him a little closer to Rubio, who's probably going to drop out within the next couple of days, if not tonight. And
probably tonight. He'll probably give a speech today.
I would like to say that we were the first station that I know of, including CNN and Fox, that reported that Marco Rubio won Florida. I mean, that Donald Trump won Florida. That Donald Trump won Florida. I think we were the first station to report that. So that's huge there.
That's pretty good. Good. Yeah.
So that means we're obviously the best choice.
We're the best choice.
Stop watching Fox.
Just call up Verizon. Cancel the CNN.
If you're watching CNN, you really shouldn't watch them either because they don't know what they're talking about.
All right, send us more questions.
Well, first of all, CNN said Hillary Clinton would win the election. Let me put it this way:
there's a possibility.
How could Trump, who gets so many Democrat votes, how could he lose to a Democrat?
Okay, but here's the thing: the Democrats and Republicans aren't split equally. So even if Donald Trump,
the Republicans have more support right now than the Democrats do.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw it out. I don't think Hillary's gonna win the presidency, but I'm not gonna throw it out. I'm not gonna say like Donald Trump's gonna win. I don't think it's not clear cut right now.
Oh no, not at all. But I don't.
I mean, but here's what's good, right? Once Hillary and Donald go at it, Trump is going to destroy her.
Yeah, he's the last person she wants to face.
Exactly, because think about it. Think about how many people Trump has ruined. He completely ruined Jeb Bush. He was an easy target.
Yeah, well, Jeb didn't learn his lesson. Don't keep attacking him if you're not gaining anything from it.
Yeah, he should have just left him alone.
He destroyed Rubio.
I mean, I guess it's saving some money.
Destroyed Rubio, top candidate.
Yeah.
Basically destroyed Ben Carson, but now Ben Carson endorsed him, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
We gotta come back. Yeah, I mean, we got a comment asking if we were wearing boxers or briefs. Yeah.
If
boxers.
We're wearing boxers or briefs. Yeah, I'm wearing boxers.
I mean, look, there's Jeb right now. I mean,
he's still there. What's he doing?
Well, he's Florida.
Oh, so what's he saying?
He's probably endorsing Rubio or something, even though no one cares what he has to say.
Yeah. He's pretty much.
By the way, if you're a Jeb Bush supporter, let me know how the guac bowls are.
Yeah, guac bowl merchant. All right. We have a question. Hillary still might be convicted of her recent email scandal. Thoughts of how that would affect her campaign?
Well, obviously, she wouldn't be allowed to run. That's the easy way to put it. But I think that'll secure presidency for Donald Trump because let's face it, Bernie Sanders is
Has no chance.
the only people who will vote for Bernie Sanders are people who aren't smart. Smart people aren't going to vote for Bernie Sanders. And I'm not, and like independents vote for Trump. That's proven. Democrats vote for Trump. That's proven. I mean, I don't know. Hillary Clinton, I don't see her being president though. Like, I can tell you she wouldn't be a good president. I can tell you that, but I don't see her being president, period. What about you?
I don't know. I mean, no, I think she could be president. I think she'll get a lot of the female votes. A lot of just like
she'll get female votes.
Just like Barack Obama, like first African American. A lot of people just wanted to vote for him because they wanted to see the first African American be president. It's the same kind of thing. I think a lot of people are going to vote for Hillary just because, oh, a woman hasn't been president yet. And, I don't think it's really. I mean, it's not going to make a big difference, but that's just one of those things that's sort of like set off that way a little bit. But then also, I
don't see Ted Cruz being president either.
I mean, I could see that. I could see Kasich being president.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see Ben Carson being president. Ben Carson seems like presidential material.
But
Donald Trump definitely. He seems
Ted Cruz,
obviously the best of all.
Ted Cruz he works with. Keep in mind, he works with these people every day. He couldn't get one senator to back him, and he works with these people every day.
Except the time off. Minor details.
Okay, well, whatever. He works for them 90% of the time.
Okay. We have a question from the Bernie supporter. Thoughts on abortion? I want to know.
I'm pro-life. What about you? Or do you not have a stance?
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm pro-choice.
I don't know. I know it's a democratic view. Videos of them like killing those poor like. It's so inhumane what they do. They take the baby out of you. They don't just stab it. They cut the head off, cut the arms off, cut the heart out. They murder a human basically.
Okay, it doesn't matter. They can't feel. It's not like
dude. That is very inhumane.
Okay. Okay. She agrees with me. Probably she's a Democrat. It's a Democratic view. I know it is, and this is a Republican channel. But I'm okay.
Pro-life.
Here's my opinion on it. Right.
I don't think you should.
Let's say you're an idiot.
Well, yeah.
Let's say
let's say the Bernie Sanders supporter, which will probably happen. She'll probably get pregnant or something.
Oh,
whoever the Bernie Sanders supporters are, this is his general statement here. The Bernie Sanders supporters will make the bad choice, and then, but okay. I mean, we can't just kill the baby.
Yeah. Here's why. I'm gonna give you the actual Republican argument against or for abortion. Now, this is what I would say.
I can't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Let's put it this way.
If I was a doctor, I couldn't do it. Put it that way.
Let's say, as an example, as it's happened many times, you are not ready to have a baby. You are 17 years old and you're about to graduate high school, and well, you do some things in the bedroom, and then what happens is you get pregnant. Whoops. Is it better to have a baby that you can't take care of than have that baby grow up in poverty and they're not going to have good parents. They're probably not even their parents are probably not even going to stay together. Or is it better to just avoid that situation entirely and just get rid of the baby before it's even born? Because okay. Do you remember anything you felt inside your mother's stomach? Because I don't remember anything.
Okay, I'm not going to say I remember, but I just think it's inhumane to destroy a living thing. It's a living thing. It is. My
opinion is that it's inhumane to have a child you can't afford to have.
It is inhumane. That's not inhumane. Just dumb.
Tell Mike Dugan to shut the F up. It's not even a person. It's inhumane to build an effing wall and keep people out too.
I can justify building a wall because first of all, it's not inhumane to keep people out that are breaking American law.
Yeah,
killing a baby is inhumane. Whether you're for it or not, you can't say that it's good to kill someone. It's still a person. It is a person.
Yeah.
You can't say.
Yeah, my mom actually sent me another argument.
Building a wall.
What if someone's raped? What if a woman's raped?
That's the only way I could say that they need an abortion.
Well, you can't have abortion that's okay and abortion that's not okay. I know it's either a yes or a no.
But like I'm not gonna say I'm not pro-life, but if you get raped, I mean that's the only we could meet halfway here. We could say like
I think we're just not.
I don't know. I don't know if you can prove that you were raped, somehow manage to prove it.
Okay, I
Then
don't
that
think it
makes
should
more
matter. I
sense.
think a woman should just be able to choose whether. I mean, I'm not a woman. I've never been a woman, so I don't know.
Are you sure?
So I don't know. What it's like. I mean, imagine having a kid or having a baby inside you or a fetus or whatever you want to call it inside you that for the next 5 years or so you're not even gonna be able to keep it healthy. How are you gonna afford to have a kid if you're like it's one of those teen pregnancy things?
Who says?
Okay, our Bernie supporter just said, how is someone supposed to prove they're raped? Are they supposed to have an effing video with them?
I'm just saying, I don't want to see someone get killed. If you
They're
watch,
they're not people.
They are.
They're not people unless they're
It's a
born.
living thing, though.
Okay, but they're like 3 months in
It's
or less. I don't even know
I
that.
don't know that much about it. I just don't like people dying.
Oh, look, we were getting more.
Great
Spencer.
debate. I don't really. So,
I mean, I can't say I support like killing children, but it's not really. It's not a child until it's born. It's not like the thing.
I get
and
what
it's already dead when it's out, isn't it? I mean, when you.
I don't know that enough. I get what people who are for abortion say. Oh my God, is Marco Rubio dropping out?
Turn it up.
Was stepping to the podium at his campaign headquarters. Let's see what the junior senator of Florida.
All right, no questions at the moment. We're not gonna. Here goes the mic. We're not accepting questions at the moment. Rubio's making a speech. This could be the dropout.
Thank you so much. First of all, thank you all for everything. I want to begin by I haven't got a chance to speak to him yet, but I want to congratulate Donald Trump on his victory, a big victory in Florida.
Yeah, Archie made fun of his hands.
No.
Come on, man. You can't congratulate that person.
No, guys, we live in a republic, and our voters make these decisions.
Oh my God,
we respect
Rubio.
that very much. It was a big win, and I want to begin by thanking all of you here today.
I think he's going to
And I
drop
want
out.
you to know,
It sounds like a dropout.
I am the beneficiary of the best group of supporters, the hardest working
This is it.
people I've ever been associated with. I'm so grateful.
This is it right here.
I want you to know that you worked as
You
hard
can
as
tell,
just
but
here
we're
in
reporting it
North Country.
first.
I want to talk to people
This
in
is definitely
New
it.
Hampshire and South Carolina, and in the great state of Minnesota where I won, and in the territory of Puerto Rico, and in Washington, D.C. All over. We had a great team. We have a great team. And I'm
This is
so
it.
grateful for all the help
He said we had a
that
great
you guys
team.
have given us. I just want you to know there's nothing more you could have done. You worked as hard as
He's
anyone.
dropping out.
Dropping out.
Yep, Marco Rubio's dropping out officially.
While America's in the middle of a real political storm, a real tsunami, and we should have seen
Mr.
this
Colton,
coming.
I understand this is going to upset you the
People are
most.
angry, people are very
Send him a
frustrated.
lot of money.
It really began back in 2007.
He donated to him?
2008. This horrifying-
We don't need donors.
What are they all saying?
I think
Don't
there's a,
worry, we won't get beat up at our event.
oh, there's a protester saying Donald Trump for president.
People are very frustrated.
Yes.
about the
Oh, little
fact that
Marco. Okay.
They're chanting Trump.
Yeah, no, there's a picket. That,
People are frustrated. 2006,
kick him out. I actually want to hear him talk. Like, I don't care who you are. Don't interrupt this person.
And these changes to our economy.
If this were Trump, get him out of here.
Wait, shut up.
Get it.
People are very upset
Get-
about it.
Get the protesters
Shh, I
out.
wanna hear
They're told that, people are angry, they're frustrated, they're being left behind by this economy, and then they're told, look, if you're against illegal immigration, that makes you a bigot. And if you see jobs and businesses leaving to other countries, you have no right to
No,
be
he's not
frustrated.
saying that. He's saying that
They
that's what
see
people
America
say.
involved in the world and Americans spending
Target.
money and losing their
Yeah, he
minds.
doesn't.
And they see that there's very little gratitude for all
Don't
the
worry, yeah,
sacrifice
we're just gonna
America
get it
makes.
eventually.
And quite frankly, there's millions of people in this country that are tired of being looked down upon, tired of being told by these self-proclaimed elites
He just
that
lost
they
his
don't know what they're talking
Fucking
about.
line again. He forgot
They
his
need to
lines.
instead listen to the so-called smart people.
That's just both
And I
fiction.
know all
That
these
Mexicans are
issues
bad people.
firsthand. I've lived paycheck to paycheck.
Come on, drop
I
it.
grew up paycheck to paycheck. I know
Should
what
we
it's
turn the
like to
camera
have to figure out how to find
No,
the money to fix
don't
the air
worry.
conditioner that broke last night.
Trump's
I know
about
my
to hit a
parents
million
struggled,
votes.
and I know millions of people that are doing that. I know immigration in America is broken. No one understands this issue better than I do. My
Well,
parents are
Trump
immigrants.
does.
My grandparents were immigrants. Jeanette's parents were immigrants. I live in a community of immigrants. I've seen the good and the bad and the ugly.
He's gonna drop out.
He just said we've run a great campaign. Now we're running a great campaign.
I needed to wait my turn or wait in line or it wasn't our chance or it wasn't our time. So I understand all of these frustrations.
He's crying.
And yet when I decided to run for
They
president,
always cry.
I decided to run a campaign that was realistic about all of these
I
challenges.
hope you're all hearing this.
But also one that was
Look, they
one
can
that
hear it.
was
The mic's
optimistic
going off.
about what lies ahead for our
It's
country.
quiet though.
I know that we have a right to enforce our immigration laws, but we also have to have a realistic
Oh,
approach
we
to
have
fix it.
Spencer's been commenting. Daniel Borbor, Trump hasn't won Florida less than 50%. Yes, he has.
Okay, Dan
You're a
Borbor.
little
I'm
late.
sorry, but a little late. He has one.
I know it's disruptive,
I love you,
but I
Dan. I'm
also know
sorry.
this new economy has incredible opportunity.
Dan, you're a good buddy.
I know America can't solve all of the world's problems, but I also know that when America doesn't lead, it leaves behind a vacuum. That
Yeah, you can
vacuum
hear it.
leads to chaos.
You
Most
can't
of
hear
all,
it?
I
No,
know
you can't. I'll
firsthand
just turn it
the
up a little
power of
bit.
a special nation.
Here, let me get it.
Where you come from here doesn't decide where
Trump's
where
only
you
beating
go.
Cruz by 5%.
That's how a 44-year-old
No, stop. Just
son
leave it
of a
here.
bartender in Maine. That's how I decide that, in fact, I too can run for president of the United States of America.
Well, you failed, son.
Yeah, it's an embarrassing failure. You shouldn't even be here. You made it fun.
Wait, here it comes.
I am
From
dropping
a
out.
political standpoint,
Oh, here it comes. This is it.
From a political standpoint, the easiest thing to have done in this campaign is to jump on all those anxieties I just
Come
talked
on.
about,
We don't
to
care.
make people angrier, make
It's
people more
over.
frustrated.
It's over, man.
But I chose a different route, and I'm proud of that. Because
This is a dropout speech. This is what they say when they drop out. So, I mean, when he's going to do
it
it?
would have been, in a year like this, that would have been the easiest way to win. But that is not what's best for America. The politics of resentment against other people will not just leave us a fractured party. They're going to leave us a fractured nation.
It's already proven not to be
They're going
fractured.
to leave us as a nation where people literally hate each other because they have different political opinions.
I wonder
We hate the
who
Bernie
But we
people.
find ourselves
Yeah,
at this
I wonder
point
who
as
he
not
will
surprising. For the
I wonder
warning
who
signs
he
have
will
been here for
endorse.
close to a decade.
I don't know.
2010, the
Definitely
Tea
not
Party
Trump. The
wave
hand
carried
thing
me
was
and
like-
others into office because not enough was happening, and that Tea Party wave gave Republicans a majority in the House. But nothing changed. In 2014, those same voters gave Republicans a majority in the Senate, and still nothing changed. And I blame some of that on the conservative movement, a movement that is supposed to be about our principles and our ideas. But I blame most of it on our political establishment.
You are the establishment.
A political establishment that for far too long has looked down at conservatives as simple-minded people. Looked down at conservatives as simply bomb throwers. A political establishment that for far too long has taken the votes of conservatives for granted. And a political establishment that has grown to confuse cronyism for capitalism and big business for free
Some people
enterprise.
confuse socialism with capitalism too.
I endeavored over the last 11 months to bridge this divide within our party, within our country,
Oh, here
because
somewhere.
I know that after 8 years of Barack Obama,
It's my brother.
this nation needs
There's
a
flag shooting on
vibrant
the
and
wall.
growing
Okay, we're not
conservative
talking about
movement, and it needs a strong Republican Party to change the direction now of this
Just
country.
get to it.
Or many of the things that are going wrong in America.
Rubio's being boring by not just dropping
Many of
out.
the
Just
things that
go with
make
this
us
picture,
special
not
country.
dropping out.
I am dropping out.
America needs
There it is.
But one that's built on principles and on ideas, not on fear, not on anger, not on preying on people's frustrations.
Then what are you supposed to play on?
It's pretty funny that the Trump people started chanting.
A conservative movement
I don't like it when people do that though.
that believes in the principles of our
Just
Constitution,
don't.
that protects our rights and limits the power of government. A conservative movement committed to the cause of free enterprise, the only economic model where everyone can climb without anyone falling. A conservative movement that believes in a strong national defense, and a conservative movement that believes in the strong Judeo-Christian values that are the formation of our nation. But we also need a new political establishment in our party. Not one that looks down on people that live outside of the District of Columbia. Not one that tells young people that they need to wait their turn and wait in line. And not one that's more interested in winning elections than it is in solving problems or standing by principles.
Well, that person won't win an election no matter what, so.
We got a
This
compliment
is
on
the
the flag.
campaign we've run.
Yeah.
A campaign that is realistic
Nice
about
flag.
the
Adds a
challenges
good
we
touch.
face,
Yeah, I bought that a couple weeks
Optimistic.
ago.
about the opportunities before us.
Trump's winning
A
Illinois.
campaign that recognizes the difficulties we face, but also one that believes that we truly are on the verge of a new American
Drop
century.
out.
And a campaign to be president, that would love all of the American people.
We should play a horn when
Even
he
the ones
drops
that
out.
don't love you back.
Like one of those. Yeah, when like in the stunt videos wherever
This
like
is
Trump
the
says
right
something,
way
he goes like
forward for
horn, horn, horn.
This is the right way forward for our country. But after tonight, it is clear that while we are
Here
on
it
the
goes.
right
This has to
side
be it.
this year, we will not be on the winning side. I take great comfort in the ancient words which teaches us that in their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. And so yet, while this may not have been the year for a hopeful and optimistic message about our future,
Trump is or Rubio's dropping
I
out.
still remain hopeful and optimistic about America. And how can I not? How can I not? My mother was one of 7 girls born to a poor family. Her father was disabled as a
Reporting
child.
Rubio dropping out currently.
He struggled to
Rubio's
provide for
dropping
them
out.
his entire life. My mother told us a few years ago she never went to bed hungry growing up,
Clinton's beating
She knows her
Sanders
parents
in
did,
South
so
Carolina.
they wouldn't have to. She came to this country in 1956 with little education, no money, no connections. My parents struggled their first years here. They were discouraged. They even thought about going back to Cuba at one point, but they persevered. They never became rich. I didn't inherit any money from my parents.
Do you know
They never
whose
became
number that is?
famous.
What?
You never would have
This
heard
number.
of them if I had never run for office.
No, just keep if there's some
And yet I
questions.
consider my parents to
It's
be
a good
very
question.
successful people. Because in this country, working hard is a
This is not
bartender and a maid,
important.
they
He
own
said
the
whose is
home.
not important.
And they retire with dignity.
Okay.
In this country, they live to see all 4 of their children live better off than themselves. And in this country, on this day, my mother, who's now 85 years old, was able to cast a ballot for her son to be the president of the United
Yeah, it
States.
didn't work out too well.
Here's your thing.
saying
I gotta
that
search up
his
this number.
campaign was on the right side, but not the winning
Wait,
side.
so he didn't drop
Florida
out.
Senator Marco Rubio
He didn't drop out?
concedes his home state to Republican frontrunner Donald Trump, and in the process, 99 delegates. The entire
No, he conceded to Donald Trump. He didn't
Republican
drop out.
Delegation to the GOP
What
I
does
don't
that
think
even
he
mean?
dropped out. It means like he accepted the fact that he will not win.
to Donald Trump. Here at the anchor desk, I'm joined by
That
South
sucks,
Florida
man. I was really
political
seeing
activist
Rubio
Raul
drop out.
Mas. Raul is
All right, we can turn that off now. We have a.
Marco Rubio's words. A fair amount of empathy. I have been in that situation, albeit not for the presidency, but in conceding
That's who it
to
is.
the 2008 nominee in the
What'd she
Senate
say?
race, Republican race in Arizona. And it was interesting
Back
because
alley abortions.
Marco's
I appreciate that she's watching us. I feel
I
kind
need
of
to know.
important now.
I'm
Okay, all right.
very wanting to know
Here, turn this off.
what.
Prey upon fear.
How the
Give me this. Okay, well, first of all,
Here, put that on
back to our yeah, good idea.
Wait, are you bringing up the topic of back alley abortions first?
No, I think we've talked enough about abortion because I really don't want to talk about
Yeah,
it
but
anymore.
actually, a lot of people are interested. Like, we have a lot of questions on it.
I like talking about debates, but I'd rather talk about something.
We've
else
talked about
than-
immigration enough.
I'd rather talk about something else than abortions because it's so controversial. Whatever. I can't talk about. Anyway, I don't want to keep talking about abortions. Like
Okay,
we talked.
we
about
got to
it
do what the
enough.
people want. So many people.
Okay. Well, we're open to a lot of other questions too. So
Okay,
I
I got
recommend
one.
commenting them on YouTube if you want to guess answer them the fastest.
I have like 4 people that just contacted me about abortion. That's actually really a good thing
we
that
don't-
we're having.
we
all
have a
this.
lot of viewers actually right now. We had 10 last time.
Okay, we have a comment saying, "I hate this fag, Marco Rubio."
There's like a 99% chance that he's actually gay.
Well,
I'm
he
just
wear-
kidding. I'm just kidding. He's not gay.
he wears heels and
Okay, no, he's done some homosexual things, but maybe he's gay. Trump should have.
oh boy,
exploit
dude,
that.
you're getting lit up by our viewers.
What, for saying Marco Rubio is gay?
No, for saying you don't want to talk about abortion.
I don't want to talk about it. We've talked about it already.
Okay, we've talked about what do you call it? We've talked about
Check this.
immigration basically for half of our entire live stream history.
Why are you not talking about abortion?
Yeah, see, look at all these people.
I don't like talking about abortion.
Okay, people are interested in it, so I'm gonna talk about it. I think it's
All right,
I think it's
talk
important to talk
about
about because a lot it's
If you
it's
don't
one of those
say
co- you
if you
know.
don't say what the other person thinks, the reason why I don't want to talk about it is if you don't say what the other person thinks, there's no like bending with it. You can't.
You know what I'm gonna
bend it.
do? I'm gonna set up a poll on Twitter.
Wait. Did he just suspend his campaign? Well, no, you can't set up a poll on Twitter for that because then everyone's gonna say I'm against abortion because that's basically the Republican standpoint. That's what most of our followers probably are.
Okay, there are a lot of people.
How many people are saying
How'd
things
she even
about
get my
abortion?
number? Did I give her my number Friday?
I don't know.
There's 5 people. Oh wait.
I
How many people do we
I
have watching
don't-
right now?
I don't
Okay,
know.
all right.
We have a lot.
All right.
I don't want to talk about abortion anymore.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about abortion, right? Here's the thing.
I don't care what
Mike
you
is
think.
right
I
that,
don't
that
agree
you
with
either
it.
have one opinion or the other. I'm pro-choice. Mike is pro-life. I think personally, it's just better to have it regulated as well.
I get like
one of our viewers mentioned back alley abortions. It's important, it's better
I
to
get
have it
what-
regulated and done properly
mean,
by doctors than have done
it's
sort of in the black
I'm not.
market.
I don't really
you know?
care. Like I care about it, but I don't care like a lot about. Like it's not my first concern when our president is elected. Like, oh, is he for abortion or against abortion? Like Donald Trump was against. Oh, like he's now against abortion, but he was for abortion at another point in time. Marco Rubio has suspended his campaign. Yes.
Wait. Hold on. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing.
Because I'm thinking Marco's votes are going to go to Cruz, which is not good.
No.
Because Cruz right now
Oh, Cruz
isn't too far behind Trump though. It's not like
it's not like delegate count. I didn't even update the delegates yet. Give me.
yeah, but it's not like the difference between Hillary and
What's
Bernie.
470? What's 470 plus 99? Calculate.
570.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Well, yeah, he's.
It's still. I'm not.
He's gonna get more delegates after this, though. Cruz isn't gonna get the most delegates tonight. We already know Trump's
Yeah.
gonna get the most delegates tonight.
I don't know. Thank you for all your questions, especially about whatever topic you want to talk about. Even though Mike doesn't want to talk about it, but that's okay.
Abortion is not what I feel like talking about right now.
Okay, so let's bring up a different topic. I'd like to talk about some more things. We're probably going to be on until about 9 o'clock or so. So we have about half an hour left of getting some questions.
If you guys keep asking questions, we'll see how long we last. Because if we don't, we all try to answer as many as we can. So if you guys keep questions coming in, we'll see how long we stay here.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can ask some questions.
Yep.
Rubio.
Wait, what are the questions we had on
The last
on
one?
YouTube? No, we had some questions on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I think we answered all the questions by now though. I like ask. Oh crap! I clicked a different. Watch. If you want to ask questions, do them on YouTube though.
You can ask questions however you want. If you know us personally, just text us too. I mean, we can whatever way we get the questions. We just want to talk
If
about
you know us, text us. That's the fastest way for us to get it. But if you don't know us, YouTube would be the fastest way probably. And the YouTube comments are live too, so we see those right away.
Okay, so there goes.
That's-
So we actually don't have any questions. Oh boy, texts are flowing in. Thoughts on gay rights?
This is very.
I'm thinking.
weird
I'm
topic.
thinking what you're talking about is gay marriage.
Gay marriage.
Personally, I don't care
I don't
what
care
the
that
gay
much. I
people
don't care
want
that
to
much
do.
either.
So I'm just gonna say, gay. I think gay people should
I mean,
be
I
allowed to
don't-
get married. I don't really care. It's
yeah,
already a
I don't really-
countrywide thing.
I don't
So-
really care that much about gay marriage either, to be honest. Like,
Like,
they wanna
here's
do it,
my
knock
opinion. Here's
themselves
my
out.
opinion. Right. Me and Mike are not gay. So to me, it does not matter.
If I was gay, I'd feel different about it. Or if I had to I'm trying to say, I do have a lesbian friend, but
I have a few lesbian friends.
like I don't. If they wanted that, they can do whatever they want. I don't care.
I mean, yeah, exactly. That's my point. Like I don't. All these people who are straight, why do they care so much? Like for religious and that's it. I mean, who cares if gay people want to call themselves husband and husband? It doesn't matter.
I'm not like a Bible
okay?
enforcer, so I'm
I
not
know.
gonna say the Bible says we can't do it.
I know what we're saying right now is very democratic, but it's already a law anyway.
I know it's not
It's
like
already-
if
you can't
appeal
reverse
won't-
it, can you?
You can
I mean-
try to, but it won't get reversed. I mean, just I don't really care that much about it.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. I mean that. But thanks for the.
If it
topic.
affected me, maybe if it affected me personally, I'd feel a lot stronger about it. But I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't really. I mean, what happened before gay marriage, right? It would be two gay guys, and they call themselves, like
boyfriend and
they
girlfriend.
call themselves partners.
Or
They call
some people
themselves boyfriend and
some
boyfriend.
people pretend to be boys though, like or
Are
some.
you talking about trannies now?
No, I mean some, like when gay people let's say like, I think this is more for lesbian.
Are you talking about being like the man in the relationship?
Yeah. Like when. Like,
Okay, but I don't think they just call themselves partners, okay, and now they're calling themselves husband. It doesn't matter. There's no difference really. I mean, it's good for them, but it doesn't affect us. So I support that.
I know a lot of gay people actually like Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, Trump's speaking, I think.
Trump's speaking. Yeah.
Actually,
we should turn the
I don't
camera
know.
around.
No, no, he's not speaking. Never mind.
Oh, never mind.
There's our glorious fat governor.
In the background, just standing there.
Why is he so fat?
I don't know. It's really not a good image for everybody.
I know. Our governor is the leader of the Tasty Cake Party.
Yeah. All right. Have the questions rolling in because we've actually had a pretty good flow this entire live stream.
Yeah,
Let's
last time we ran out of questions.
Yeah, last time there was a lot of awkward silences, but we have a bigger audience this time, which I like.
Yeah, I hate it when we run out of questions.
I know. Like right now, we don't have anything to answer.
We can talk. We always start out by talking about like a lot of things, and then the occasional Bernie Sanders supporter throws their idiotic sense in, and then we have to explain to them why they're wrong, and then they still don't accept that they're wrong, even though at that point they already know they're wrong.
All right, let's talk about the polls real quick.
Trump's winning everywhere except for Ohio. That's just,
okay.
That's yeah. Put it. But the only state that's close is North Carolina, and it's by 5%.
We got a question from a very loyal supporter. Do you also think Christie hurts New Jersey Republican effort?
I don't know. I like his personality. I don't necessarily like him as a person, though. You know what I'm saying? Like he has a good he has a good personality.
I
would never, as governor, like. As governor, I don't like. As governor, I don't really know that much about the guy. First of all, but as governor, I don't think he's awful. But I would never vote for him as president.
I mean, a lot of people. Here's the thing: a lot of people in New Jersey don't like Christie, and I don't really like him that much either. I don't know. I don't like him that much. Okay, he's not really a good governor personally. He's
like average at best.
Like how do I explain it? Right? People outside of New Jersey like Christie because it sounds good from the outside. He was here for.
I think the word we're looking
Sandy,
for is average.
Yeah, I mean
he's not terrible, but he's not the best.
I'll tell you one thing. It hurts him to support Trump and endorse Trump and follow him around.
Well, in New Jersey, no matter who he supports, because New Jersey generally, New Jersey is a Democrat state. So whoever Republican he supports, he's gonna get bashed for. I mean,
I'm not just talking about that. I'm just talking about the fact that he kind of just left our state and just kind of walked off.
I don't really care about that much actually. Who's that?
Yes.
If I was in his situation, I would have probably left too and go campaign the job that I'm trying to compete for with like the best politicians in the world. I would leave if I were him, but of course people got to point that out. I mean, he's not a terrible governor, just not the best governor either. Yeah,
I don't think it necessarily hurts the Republican effort in New Jersey, but good question. All right, anybody else? Yeah, here he just said because New Jersey is a Democratic state.
Well, I think it's impressive. He got reelected in New Jersey, a Democrat state. Well, no, well he was. What's that?
Oh boy.
Who's
that was good.
Who is
it? Garrett sent that.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yes. Okay.
Dash cam pro commercials. All right. I don't know. Well, Chris Christie got reelected as governor in a Democrat state, so that's pretty impressive. All right. Governor isn't even okay. It's kind of the best governor that was running for president. Probably Jeb Bush because he did a lot of good things for Florida. I don't like him, but he did a lot of good things for Florida.
He's weak.
He is weak. He could never be
president. If Putin was like, we have more nuclear weapons, he'd be like, okay,
guys, guess what?
Guys, we're gonna have to manufacture more guac balls.
He'd be like, he'd go in. Russia said they have more nuclear weapons, and then
dude, it's so bad.
And then they're gonna be like, it's Vladimir Putin. He's obviously like, no, he wasn't lying. He definitely was telling the truth. Yeah. Oh. Jeb could have never been president. Let's just put it that way. He's a great governor. Like for Florida, he was a good governor, but that's as far as he can go. He's weak, and Trump exploited his weakness. That was pretty funny. What do you think about Jeb Bush?
What do we? That was one of the questions.
No, I'm just saying. What do you think about him?
Oh, me personally,
Yeah.
He's weak. He can never be president. He probably couldn't even be a good governor. Was he? He was probably a really good governor.
Really good governor, actually.
How? Like I don't understand. How did he do so bad in the campaign though?
His governorship of Florida, that was one of the best governors in Florida history.
I got a good question. If Jeb Bush was still in the campaign, or still in the race,
which wouldn't be at this point, but let's just say, well, he was supposed to win the whole thing.
Jeb Bush was a Florida governor, right?
He was supposed to win the whole thing.
Who would have won Florida if they were both in it? Jeb Bush or Marco Rubio? Well, if Trump didn't win. Let's say Trump wasn't in the race.
Well, Trump was. Well, okay. Well, let me put it this way.
Like, who does Florida like more?
Before I answer that specific question, I'm going to say that Trump was beating both him and Rubio by 20% before Jeb dropped out. But for who does Florida like more? Florida hates Rubio. I can tell you that, and that's pretty obvious. But who Florida loves Jeb Bush. Like they actually like him. But you see, that's another thing. They love they love Trump though in Florida too, because that's where he lives. Everyone knows who he is.
Yeah. We got a question.
I don't know. No.
You want the question?
Yeah, sure. Let's hear it.
Do you think Mitt Romney's comments on Trump affects Trump's appearance overall?
No, because it obviously doesn't. And just look at the past couple weeks. He's won almost every primary.
Yeah, it hasn't really hurt him.
Okay,
if it hurt him a little bit, it didn't hurt him a lot.
Mitt Romney is an embarrassment. He lost to Obama.
Yeah.
Text from Bianca.
Oh boy. Is this right now, live?
Yes, it is live. Well, it doesn't matter because you're not watching. I mean,
no, she is dude. We have so many
viewers.
Wait, how many viewers do we have right now?
I don't know. It doesn't. You have to get out of here first. I mean, first of all, Mitt Romney's an embarrassment. The election against Obama,
6.
That should have been the easiest pushover ever. You were going against a guy who did nothing for the country. Then he gets in and gets reelected, and you were the one who lost to him. Dude, come on.
Yeah, that's pretty.
You lost to Obama. On his second term, I get why you voted for him the first time. I knew he would win the first time. That was obvious. But the second time around, that was a big fat mistake. You guys who voted for Obama, you all made a big fat mistake, and now you're feeling the mistake, every single one of you.
I actually have speaking of big fat mistakes, that's actually a direct Donald Trump quote, and we have a video compilation of Donald Trump roasts on our channel, Republican Station on YouTube. No, this is a good answer. Thoughts on hooking up with a hardcore Democrat?
Oh no, never mind. Right.
Oh boy, guess who asked the question?
I think I can get
Oh boy, guess who asked the question, Mike?
Let's move on.
No. Let's answer this question. This makes it interesting. Okay, a hardcore Democrat that we know, and Mike knows very well, asked thoughts on hooking up with a hardcore Democrat. Mike, what's your thoughts?
Everyone has their own.
Good question, by the way.
Everyone has their own opinions. That's my thought. I mean, I guess I could marry a Democrat, but I wouldn't support their ideals.
That was a good question.
Who said that?
We're asking these questions. That's Erica. Are all Republicans bad?
Yeah, we're all bad.
Yeah, we're actually logical. That's the thing.
And you know what? I'm gonna say what every Democrat says. Oh yeah. Well, by the way, we're always all racist too. Well, now that we're back,
dude, I really like that question. That was a funny one.
Very uncalled for.
Oh wait, she's not typing.
Very, very uncalled for. Well, we answered it.
Okay, a lot of teachers are sharing political views in the classroom. Has this happened to you recently?
Yeah, well, our history
Mr. Colton supports Rubio, and I'm gonna have to tell him a lot about Rubio tomorrow.
Most history teachers are conservative because that's just the nature of what they teach.
Yeah,
You get what
I
I'm
mean, a lot
saying?
of Democrats really don't understand a lot about what's.
Just
I mean,
history.
a lot of okay. Here's the thing: Democrats aren't really bad. I mean,
They're not
they just
bad
have
people.
different
They have
views
different.
than us.
They
It's
have
not
different
that big of a
ideals.
deal.
I don't agree with any of their ideals. Maybe
Well,
some of them.
okay, I agree. I agree with some Democratic ideals. I'm sort of moderate when it comes to that. Like I'm leaning more conservative, but I'm not like Trump kind of conservative. You know what I mean?
Trump's not that conservative. The most conservative person running right now is Ted Cruz. If you
Well,
know
yeah, he like hates gay people and stuff.
not
Like, I don't hate gay
necessarily-
people.
Not necessarily just hating gay people. To be like a true conservative, you have to be like exactly like Abraham Lincoln. So if you're a true conservative, you have to be you have to be. I'm trying to find the words for this. If you're a hardcore conservative, you have to be Christian. A hardcore Christian, you have to be a Bible lover, which Ted Cruz isn't. He just pretends he is. What else do you have to be? You have to be like obsessed with the same things Abraham Lincoln was for. So basically, like getting rid of slavery and stuff like that. We don't have slavery, so it's different now. But like basically, to be a hardcore conservative, you have to be like Ronald Reagan.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I'm pro-choice and I support gay marriage. So those are both democratic views and I support them. So I guess I'm not hardcore conservative, but
NGL, this is pretty entertaining. Not gonna lie, this is really okay. Yeah, it is very entertaining.
Dude, I'm so happy.
Okay, yeah, guys, you know what? If you like it, you should subscribe because we upload a lot of videos. By the way,
Yeah,
we have some comedy videos. Bernie Sanders, the jump scare, that was a good one.
That was a good one. I mean, I think it's great that we're pulling in a big audience
I
from
know.
the school now. Like from our school
your
that we go
friends.
to, which I probably shouldn't even say on the internet.
Don't
It
say
doesn't
it.
matter.
Please don't say it.
But
You know, there's other people who watch this. We knew at the last.
how many other people watch this
we
other
knew,
than the people
we had
who go to
some
our
guy
school?
from North Dakota watching the last one.
Yeah, who lives in North Dakota?
It's
I mean,
like- is that
I'm
one
not
of the
gonna bash on
It's
you.
like one of the square.
Wait,
states,
his
right?
name was it's one of the square
His name was
states.
Juan.
Yeah, the amazing Juan.
And it was the chosen.
The chosen one.
Where is he tonight anyway?
I don't know. He should be watching. But anyway, yeah, North Dakota. It's one of those states where you fly over to get somewhere important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who lives in North Dakota?
The chosen one.
I know, but
Our
like,
viewer.
I've been never. That's the most irrelevant state.
North Dakota is pretty boring.
I've never been.
Yeah, I've been to South Dakota. I think I've been in North Dakota too, like crossing a little bit, but it's boring.
I think Trump is gonna lock up everything tonight except for Ohio.
Who cares? Ohio's not the big of a deal.
Yeah, well, the man who's gonna win it is so irrelevant. So,
Yeah, I mean, Ohio is a big deal. If it was like
if
if it was like Cruz and Trump, it would be a big deal. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's Kasich and Kasich.
Kasich's-
What are his overall polls? Like
He's
10%?
I don't. The national polls don't really matter anymore. Is all about by delegates. Okay, here's where we are with delegates right now. Trump has 570. Ted Cruz has 371. Marco Rubio, who doesn't even count anymore, has 154, and John Kasich has 54. So 66 delegates doesn't put him any closer to Ted Cruz. Like it's in like a good position to even take on Ted Cruz. It's gonna come down to Trump versus Cruz, and honestly, Cruz is not an electable person. I mean, this is kind of like a weird thing to say, but it's so true. Could you see yourself sitting down and having a beer with Ted Cruz? He has a very punchable face.
Yeah. Now Donald Trump.
Donald Trump doesn't drink apparently.
What's he doing with his life?
He has the only campaign. He has the only campaign HQ with a bar though.
Yeah, because he's loaded.
Yeah, his house has gold wall, like the wall in the house is made out of gold. I'm just glad Rubio's done. I really want to get rid of that guy. What do we have now?
Nothing. It's funny.
Where's
funny.
Gabe's questions? His were the best.
I know. Oh boy, we have some typing going on.
His makes sense.
You know, I actually like our new sort of. We just kind of adopted this out of nowhere. These like text questions that I get in now. I like it. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like, if you know me personally, you can send me
Just
text
text.
messages. I have my phone right here. I'm responding to everybody. It's great because I like getting the questions and I like answering them from people I know too. I think it's kind of interesting that people I know.
think we
are
probably got
watching
like 100 different people. We have 8 right now. So if
That's a lot.
yeah, well we only
8
have 10
people.
subscribers too.
Yeah, guys, if you
I
have a
have
YouTube channel,
my other YouTube account that has 2,200 subscribers.
why don't you make a video and post it on that?
The
and then
live
promote it?
streams on there that I make only get like 3 views at the highest, at the most. Like
It's because
the
you're right. This is trending on the
I know,
top page of YouTube.
but like
whatever
it's
it
the
is.
what I'm trying to say is that we're probably gonna end up getting over 100 views just tonight because all the different viewers that have watched it at some point.
Yeah, if you come and leave, I mean that's still
It still
okay.
count. Oh, Kasich. We can report that John Kasich will win Ohio. I was expecting.
You know, that's expected. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, like we said, Kasich's sort of irrelevant at this point. I mean, he's a oh boy.
I have to update breaking news on our homepage.
Thoughts on Hillary? That's a weak question.
Hillary's a very okay. Well, first of all, it's really easy to figure out.
Thoughts on Hillary and the fact that she's a woman. I
Well,
don't think
she's a criminal. First
okay,
of all,
her
she's
being a
committed,
woman
I don't really care
doesn't
about
change
that. Yeah.
anything.
I don't really care about that. But she's a criminal. She's committed a major felony. I said this last.
She's
time.
not convicted. She probably won't be convicted.
She
but
won't be. But the fact that she's getting investigated by the
pretty
highest
obvious.
investigation.
Yeah, if she's
here's
going to be
another
president,
one.
we're going to give her the launch codes, and
Here's-
she's already leaked enough information.
Here's another one that I like to say about Hillary. Bernie Sanders says he's a democratic socialist. There is no such thing as a democratic socialist. Bernie Sanders is a communist. Hillary Clinton says she's a Democrat. That's an actual thing. And a socialist is an actual thing. A democratic socialist isn't a real
That's
thing.
a made up thing. By the
And
way,
then Hillary Clinton said, like I said, Bernie Sanders says he's a democratic socialist. He's a communist. Hillary Clinton says she's a Democrat. She's a socialist.
yeah, if you think you need to lower the upper class and bring everyone together in the middle class, that is what socialism really is.
It
And,
really it is. That is the definition of
Okay,
socialism.
we got another question. The questions are rolling in real fast. I like it. Ooh, we even have another one. So we have two waiting now. All right. Do you literally believe that Trump will build a Mexican wall barrier if elected?
I don't
Absolutely.
think- I don't
That's his
think
main
people
point of his
realize
campaign.
It's not.
It's
a
not
hard thing to
undoable.
do.
Yeah, I mean,
They said it could be. It's $10 billion to build the whole thing. That's
Billion.
very cheap.
yeah, 10 billion.
10 billion is
10
very
10 to
cheap.
12 billion. That's the range. But I mean,
Oh,
think
not
of
that
all
hard to do.
the
It's really
American
not.
jobs we're going to create having people build this wall.
Yeah,
It's not a
immigration-
bad thing. Like building the wall, first of all, it's going to make it hard for people to get in. I mean, they can get in through the Gulf of Mexico, through the other areas.
I say we stick submarines on with torpedoes in the Gulf.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
it's not. Oh boy.
What's your opinion on food stamps? Well, the Bernie people.
Okay, we need
if
to
you-
minimize food stamps a little bit. I don't think we should get rid of food stamps altogether. I think, okay, I forget who proposed this, but one of the politicians, it might not be this election, it might be like a different election, but someone said we need to make food stamps where to try to control the obesity in America, because with food stamps currently, it doesn't have, the food groups. It's just food stamps. That's all it is. So you can buy, like, okay, if you ever go to the store and they have the chips, like the Lay's potato chips with a ton of the salt and everything, and it's not good and it's fattening, and then you have those chips that claim to be low calorie and healthy and good for you. Yeah, the Lay's chips are going to be like $1.
Question.
We have a ton of questions. Hold on, I'm answering one by one. Okay, we need to make it so you can have foods, because the Lay's chips are going to be like $1, and then the expensive chips that are healthier are going to be more expensive. And that's the same thing for vegetables and everything. So we need to make food stamps where, you can have
Thoughts on Bernie
vegetable-
Sanders' hair?
Okay, one question at a time. We have like so many, it's great, but okay, we need to have vegetable food stamps, fruit food stamps, like like dairy, and then we need to have all the food groups in there, so they get. So we force people sort of to have a healthy diet. I think it's better and control the obesity in America, which is a major problem, by the way. And I guess that might be something we talk about at a later time because we have so many questions.
With the questions. They're on your phone.
This clock is way wrong. So
I know. I didn't read the questions of it. It was something about Bernie Sanders, the last two that I got.
Okay, here we go. If you don't go to college, you can get a job on Trump's wall building team.
You could. That's still a job.
Like, okay,
knowing
now
Trump,
I don't know.
He'll actually pay they'll probably pay a lot of money to get you to work on the wall team.
Yeah, I'd actually like to work on the wall, like just for a few weeks, just to say I worked on the wall.
To take a picture, me inserting the brick to the border wall.
Okay, this question we're not gonna answer. It doesn't make any sense.
Wait, what do
no, don't even say it. It's really just not right.
Ben Carson endorsed Donald Trump.
Hold on. Discuss the death penalty. Wow, that's a good one.
Okay,
all right. Let's blow off all the stupid questions. Thoughts on Bernie Sanders' hair?
do the death
It doesn't
penalty. That's not a
matter.
bad
It's
one.
not a political view of his. But if he's elected president, he's probably not going to last 8
I
years.
don't
Let's
think
be
Hillary-
honest.
Okay, well, if Hillary wins 2 states tonight, Bernie Sanders, she'll get the nomination. I'm pretty sure that's what will happen tonight.
Yeah, but okay. The thing we got a question on Bernie's hair, which I think that sort of relates to his age. I
He's
think
very old.
he's very old, and if let's say he was doing well, let's say he was doing better than Hillary, let's say he was doing better than Trump, and he gets elected. Okay, do you think he's going to last 8 years? Because look,
No.
okay, you
also
see the
have
pictures of
the
Obama
vice
before
president.
and after his presidency.
Yeah, he's so gray.
Yeah,
He didn't have an ounce of gray.
that's how
before he
much
started.
being president ages you, and how stressful the job is.
I
I don't think Bernie Sanders can handle 8 years of that, or
I don't think he can handle
assuming
4
8 years. But
he'll die while he's president. I can guarantee you that. He's 74 years old.
yeah, that's
Just-
pretty old.
Just
Anyway.
like Trump said, he got his hernia removed just in time now.
Okay, discuss the death penalty.
We have the death penalty in New Jersey. I think that should be up to the states, not the national government. If the states won't want the death penalty, then they can have it.
I don't think
national
if
government should
you
get
do
it.
something bad enough,
If you kill someone, you should get killed.
I don't know about that. It depends. Okay, it depends on the circumstances,
I don't know. It
I
depends
think-
on, like, there's different levels of homicide.
and I think our forms of what is it even called? I don't even know what the proper name is. Killing people with the death penalty. What's the proper name for that?
Executing them.
Yeah, executing the people, right? I think our methods for that are sort of they say they're humane, like the pill that just
I
kills
think
you.
you inject them now. I think.
Yeah, they have the injections, but the thing is, they don't always work. I mean, why can't we just shoot him in the back of the head? Now that seems like really
That's even better though. Now that you
you
think
get
about
killed instantly. But
it. That's an
anyway,
instant one right there.
so my opinion on death penalty: if you do something that has you be in jail for your entire life,
There's no.
isn't it better to just die anyway? Like that's what personally. If
I don't know.
let's say I really messed up, let's say I
Let's say you
went
killed me.
crazy and then I shot up a classroom. I'm going to jail for my whole life.
I think at that point you should.
let's
die.
say let's say the death penalty
It's pretty bad.
was banned in America. Why would we? You know how much money it is to keep someone in prison for a year?
Yeah, prison.
It's a ton of money. We have to feed these people. It's just wasting our money to keep them alive when is it really living to be in jail your whole life? Are you really even enjoying life? Honestly, if I was to
No.
be in jail for my whole life, I'd rather just die anyway. So I don't know. I agree with the death penalty. I think we should have the death
don't
penalty.
think it should be a decision that's made by the national government. The states should make the decision on whether their state will have the death penalty.
Yeah, I guess so. It really doesn't matter to me personally.
Like I'm in favor of
our
certain
top
states' rights.
our biggest fan said, "Let's just kill them."
Yeah, I think
Good
we
point.
should. I like that.
Okay. And our questions have come to a halt. At least the good questions. We have some stupid questions like oh boy. Okay, apparently Bernie Sanders reminds me of you. Is that me or Mike? I don't know.
I don't know.
JK. Okay.
Okay. Guess that's off the table.
It's kind of interesting. Wait, so far today, I've got questions
I really
from
dislike Bernie Sanders.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from 7 different people from our school. That's kind of interesting. I like that. I really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Should we close it up?
No, we're still getting questions. We have to wait. The election results are still coming in too.
Let's
Once
get in for 9:15.
If we come to like a sudden halt, then we'll stop it.
All right, I think we've really talked a lot for today.
Is there any more questions? If you want us to keep talking, we'll keep talking. Just keep asking questions. We've already. If you come in early and watch it for like the beginning, you get to see like where like you guys don't ask us questions. We just say what we think is gonna happen, what we think about the people that are running. So like at this point, we're just answering questions, which is
I kind of like it.
I like answering the questions better. If they're like good questions, if they're like stupid questions, like Bernie Sanders' hair. I
Yeah.
don't really care about that at all.
Yeah. Okay, from the same person. Yes, close it up. People think okay, we've talked for too long.
All right. Well, thank you.
There goes.
Watching.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Check out our website, republicanstation.com, Twitter @GOP Station, Facebook Republican Station. And if you like what you see, you can even donate to us and to make the show better. And we're gonna have some guests coming on soon too, like live guests. So you should definitely keep checking us out and let us know what you think in the comments. And so we're gonna wrap things up now. See you.
Wait.
Oh, we got another question.
Yeah.
All right, this is the last one then.
Brendan, it seems like you lean towards the Democratic view on a few pivotal subjects. Are you really a Republican?
Are you?
Yes, I'm a Republican for most things, especially when it comes to immigration.
Another question. We're gonna keep going. Okay, we'll answer these last two, so then we'll stop.
Do you believe Trump could become an 8-year president?
Yeah,
Definitely. If he gets elected, he's gonna make America great again, and he's gonna get elected again.
I do. He's very electable.
Okay, so hold your questions for next week.
Or if you want, just ask questions in.
Do you think Hillary needs a new hairstylist?
Yeah.
I don't think it really matters.
I don't think
the
it really
appearance of the people.
Yeah, it actually does.
Now,
matter.
I'm a Trump supporter, but I think Trump probably needs a new hairstyle. But that's
At least
all.
he has not great hair. I mean, Trump's old too, though. All right, so we're gonna go now.
Can we please cut this off? Okay,
We are
I really
going
appreciate.
now. If you need a comment or ask us a question, just comment it on YouTube, ask us on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll definitely answer it at some point. All right, see ya.
Yep. Thank you.